Hey guys, it's me, Jason, coming to you again from my home shop here in Napanee, Indiana. Today is the portion of the brakes that I'm not looking forward to, which is bleeding the brakes. I've had a really tough go of this in the past. I've had a real tough go of this in the past. Ever since I got this car, this El Camino, the brakes haven't been the best. When we got the car, it had a leak in the brakes. You'd have to it was one of the rubber hoses that wasn't working right. So the first round of brakes was just replacing the rubber hoses and getting everything free again so that it would even bleed the brakes. And that took a couple of days to get the rubber hoses replaced on it back in the day. We then fixed some of the things that had been done before us. Not a big issue, totally understand. Everybody has a different way of doing stuff. And it always just had problems with brakes, man. It would just lose pedal, it would leak, it would just was not great. And that was the entire time that it had the small block in it. It was just a constant struggle. And then when I went to the LS engine, I had to change the master cylinder and the booster because it was going to be in the way of the headers. And again, it probably took a week. It probably took me a week. It took me multiple weeks just to get the right master cylinder in the car and actually master cylindering, pushing fluid. And then once I had that done, it took another 4 or 5 attempts to get a pedal that actually had feel to it. So it's not great. It was it was always questionable as if the brakes were going to work or not. They started working better as time went on, but they still weren't what you would consider great. So I've never really enjoyed bleeding brakes in this car, especially by myself. I think a lot of the things that were causing issues have been replaced though, so this may be easier than I think. But that's kind of why I broke it into a separate video than installing everything, because I know that this could take a lot, almost as equal amount of time as putting the brakes in. So with that being said, I got my last part in from Summit. So let's go get that put on the car and tighten up some lines, drop some brake pads in, and start adding fluid. Fingers crossed. I hope this goes good. Well guys, I got that last hose that I wanted from the old Summit, and I went through and I tightened up everything, and now I'm getting to bleeding. This is how I like to do it. I like to just get a clear piece of hose and a McDonald's, and then your wrench for it, and then you can just kind of just set that guy in there, get your wrench on that little guy, and then just plug that hose right on top of there, and essentially that's how you go. Bada bing, bada boom. Kind of hard to do one-handed, guys, but yeah, basically like that. My cup's falling over. It usually works better once you got some liquid in it. I'll get you guys up on time lapse and you can watch me bleed. Not sure you're going to really enjoy it, but hey, let's do it. Well, guys, that actually went quicker than I thought it was going to. I have a huge pedal. The pedal feels absolutely great. I did have one little leak down here, so we're gonna keep some rags down there, see if it continues to leak. But I think we're at that point where we get to like test this thing, where we actually get to drive it back and forth. So I'm gonna set you guys up and we're gonna do that. Well, guys, that went way easier than expected. I think the problem I've been having in the past has to do with the old components that were in there. This stuff, it literally just gravity bled. I could crack it loose. I could push the pedal and it had like a little bit of residual pressure in it, and I could just crack it loose and it would just push some air out and push, and all of a sudden you'd see fluid coming. And it was like, okay, cool. And it got that done. The pedal is super firm. This is the best pedal I've ever felt in an older vehicle. I mean, by far, this is the best pedal that I've ever felt. I mean, it's just amazing how good this feels now. It does move back and forth. It does stop. I do need to get in there and clean those rotors down real good with brake clean, and then get it out in a parking lot somewhere where I can do a couple more powerful stops. But other than that, I'm really excited for these front brakes. I'm really excited to put it in the pit and feel how that pedal feels more so than now. I'm actually like less scared of brakes now just because of this whole process went so easily. You know, you're going to take the wins when you get them. So I'm going to count this as a win. We're going to take this win, and yeah, we're going to move on. Wow, if I knew it was going to be this easy, I'd have made it part of the last video. But yeah, we're just going to take the win. I'm going to take the win. I struggled enough getting these brakes in. I had to do enough work that was outside of my comfort zone. I'm going to take this. I'm gonna go, yay. We won on this one, boys. We won on this one. Easy day in the shop. So, yeah, as always, if you see me in the real world, come find me. Find me in the pit, say hi. I got something for you. Till next time, guys. Thank you.